Today is your last day in Skopje. Tomorrow, you will be in Ohrid. Tomorrow, everything is going to be different. Tomorrow, the way you see and share the world will change forever. But today you go to some parks. What would cities be without parks? Without those natural corners that allow our brains to reset from the hustle and bustle of civilization, from the fast and chaotic movement. The parks invite you to stop and reflect. Yes, they have museums and zoos around. Food stalls and cafes. But you and everyone else goes to the parks attracted by the nature. Skopje Park is beautiful and well loved. People appreciate it and continually visit it. Although its lakes are not crystal clear, people enjoy fishing in them. Watching the reflection of the sun in the water. Or simply relaxing there sitting on a bench. Athletes, lovers, families, the park is for everyone, including you. Other less crowded places may be just as or more pleasing, at least for you, who enjoy your solitude. A good example is the Botanical Garden at the Faculty of Natural Sciences at the University of Skopje. The garden is not only to be contemplated, but here plants are also studied. It is about understanding them, and it is something that attracts your attention. Being able to understand. Understand nature, but also understand human beings, their cities and societies, their structures and rituals, their ties and their beliefs. If there is something that you faithfully believe, is that there is no effect without a cause. There is no behavior without a history behind it, both individually and collectively. That is why history is so important. The great events and significant monuments, and the forgotten and merely functional, as is the case with the aqueduct in front of you. The sun is so hot that it burns your skin. Although you cannot get wet, at least you try to refresh yourself with a drink before following the train tracks for hours in search of the archaeological site of Skopje, a remnant and testimony of the Roman period of Macedonia. Curiously, these long walks full of pain and fatigue are the most rewarding, with which you see the trip in another way, as a way to reconfigure your thoughts, to understand yourself better. First, you get to the Skopje necropolis. If you can count on one thing, it is that in any period people die, and their people do something with their bodies. The sky on this day is beautiful, especially when the clouds cover the scorching sun. The archaeological zone does not have much, or maybe you have already seen so much that for you it is just more of the same. In any case, you enter and leave Skopje in a blink of an eye, and you go to a place that you have wanted to visit since you arrived in Skopje. Again, you find yourself climbing hills. Now, the Botno, where the Millennium Cross is located. Built to commemorate 2000 years of Christianity in Macedonia, the cross is 66 meters high and is the tallest structure in Macedonia. It was built on the Botno mountain at 1066 meters above sea level, and you will discover that the view from there is fantastic. Upon arrival, you also see an equal monumental construction that is supposed to be a viewpoint. Its construction was started in the past administration, but the current administration has not promoted the conclusion of the work. At least that is what the locals tell you. Perhaps because of its shape or what it represents, the cross impresses you. Unfortunately, the elevator that takes you to the top is not working. You decide to stay for a couple of hours, admiring the construction and the view. You buy a coffee macchiato, extremely popular in Macedonia, and sit on a bench. But the sky has other plans. The cable car is about to stop working due to harsh weather, so you rush to catch one of the last cars down the mountain. You really enjoy the solitude of the cable car, the view, the weather, which is now much colder. In short, you enjoy the ride in total, until you reach the foot of the mountain, where you visit the last church you entered in Skopje. You get on those curious double-decker buses that you assume were bought from England, and just like that, your life in Skopje ends.